12 News at 10 starts now.
Tonight only on 12 News, a celebration of life held for a Valley High School football player who died in a stabbing in Ahwatukee. Teammates, friends, and family all gathering in Chandler to remember 15-year-old Jaylen Reeves as he was laid to rest. Thank you for joining us tonight on 12 News. I'm Troy Hayden. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly heard from family who are still seeking justice in this case. Chase.
Troy, it's been 3 weeks since Reeves was stabbed at an Ahwatukee park and died, and still no arrests have been made. The family telling me this afternoon until that happens, they won't have any closure. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Justice for Jaylen.
The person behind 15-year-old Jaylen Reeves' death to be held responsible.
We're waiting patiently.
His grandma, Carla Medina Reeves, one of many who spoke during the teen's funeral service in Chandler.
We called him our golden boy, always loving, very positive. He just had a good heart and loved people.
One of Reeves' biggest passions,
There you go.
football.
Yeah.
He wanted to go pro. Since he was little, he said, I'm going to be a pro player.
To accomplish that goal, he played as a defensive end and running back for Mountain Point High School.
I'm proud of him. I would have loved to have seen him flourish.
That dream cut short. 3 weeks ago, Phoenix police say Reeves was with a group of friends at this Ahwatukee park when a fight broke out with another group they didn't know. Reeves was stabbed and later died.
It's been a tough journey the past 3 weeks. We're still in that emotional roller coaster.
Since then, police say they've identified someone involved with the teen's death, but still no arrests have been made. The family holding on to hope that police will make an arrest, the only thing they say that will give them a sense of peace.
There's no closure right now. We were able to celebrate his life, and I think closure is going to happen when justice is served.
As those who loved Reeves so much come together to help each other heal from this painful loss.
To go on to our next chapter without Jaylen, and that's difficult for us, very difficult.
Now, Phoenix police are still investigating this case. The last update we received, they said that they've interviewed multiple witnesses and taken in several pieces of evidence, but still no arrests have been made and no suspects have been named at this time. We're live in Chandler tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you. Developing tonight in North Phoenix, a toddler's in critical condition, a drowning incident. The toddler pulled from a backyard pool. Firefighters telling us it happened about noon today, 35th Avenue and Greenway. It's unclear how long that child was under the water, so we're still waiting on Phoenix Fire to learn details surrounding the child's fall into the pool, as well as the child's age. When we get an update, we'll bring them to you here on 12 News. And we are dedicated here to keeping you and your family safe around water all year round. There is no season for drowning, and we do this through our Water Watch campaign. You can find life-saving tips and resources right now at 12news.com/waterwatch. 2 deadly crashes at 2 separate locations on the Loop 202. The first one happening overnight near 44th Street. DPS says one person died in the crash, but did not provide any additional details on how this happened or if any other vehicles were involved. ADOT closed the freeway for several hours while that scene was being investigated. The 202 reopened about 9 o'clock this morning. So we are staying in contact with DPS to learn the identity of the person who died and the cause of that crash. The second fatal crash happened again, 202, this time Wrecker Road in the East Valley. DPS telling us this was a wrong-way crash involving 2 different vehicles, and the 202 was shut down for several hours overnight while deputies tried to piece together how this happened. The name of the person who died has not yet been released. No word on whether or not impairment was involved, but it sure seems like it is a vast majority of the time in these wrong-way late-night crashes. Tonight, a motorcyclist is dead after crashing into a car in North Phoenix. Police say it happened just after 2:30 this afternoon. This is north of the Loop 101 at 7th Street and Deer Valley Road. Police identified the motorcyclist, 34-year-old Braden Lawson. You can see there's not much left of his bike there at all. Police say he was driving at a high rate of speed, apparently running a red light, and then crashed into that car. It was a T-bone crash, so it's still under investigation tonight, but the motorcyclist has lost his life. 20 people burned out of their homes and a family pet is killed after an apartment fire in the West Valley. This happened this morning about 11 o'clock near 75th Avenue in Glendale. A family dog was not able to escape the smoke and flames, and tonight the cause of this fire is still under investigation, but again, some 20 people not able to go back into their apartments. We want to give you a quick heads up on a story that's coming Tuesday night on 12 News at 6. One of them is known as America's Toughest Sheriff. The other is known as maybe the toughest mobster to ever come out of New York City. They both live here in the Valley now. So we're talking about Sheriff Joe Arpaio and Sammy the Bull Gravano. Both of them first-generation Italian-Americans from back east. One chose a life of law enforcement. One chose a life on the other side of the law. Sammy did some time in Joe Arpaio's jail, so we brought them together. Sammy actually inviting the sheriff over to his home. We had a very interesting discussion about current events, honor, food, and the colorful histories of these two men.
Go to jail for party drug?
That's what I did. I did almost 20 years for that.
What?
I did almost 20 years for that.
For party drug?
Yep.
Must have been how many people you killed you went to jail for, not the drugs.
No,
they
it's the
caught
drugs.
up with you.
No,
how
I
many
did.
do you kill?
No, I didn't kill. I was involved in 19 murders.
What's the difference involved? You didn't pull the trigger?
No, sometimes I didn't kill the guy. I was involved in it.
You wounded the guy?
No, I didn't wound him.
Yeah.
I played a part in it. I either directed.
So all this is baloney? You're not the real Sammy the Bull that killed all these people? You didn't even kill anybody?
No, I killed a few.
A few?
Yeah.
With a gun?
With a gun.
Wow. Were they mob guys?
They were all mob guys.
You ought to get a medal. You got rid of the bad guys.
I should get a pardon like you got.
So Sammy and the Sheriff runs Tuesday on 12 News at 6, and then we have the full version, a much longer version that will premiere on our 12 Plus app at 8 p.m. And viewer discretion is advised on that 12 Plus app version because things, as you can imagine, got a little salty between these two guys. But again, very interesting conversation. So tune in on Tuesday night if you'd like to see that. Tonight, a family is reunited after more than 2 decades, all thanks to an Arizona group dedicated to supporting the migrant community. 12 News journalist Tricia Hendricks has this story.
Today we're here to receive my grandmother.
A mother-daughter reunion, 24 years in the making.
She is from Guerrero, Mexico.
And Adalia Roldan saw her grandmother a couple years ago, but for her mom,
24 years ago, so that's why we're here today, just to see my mom, hug her one more time.
It's been so long for Carlota Arieta and her mom, Victoria Fernandez.
Well, within our community, lots of our parents aren't able to go back to Mexico or Guatemala.
But finally, after all these years, a day filled with emotion, anticipation, and excitement.
We are very grateful for the team that were able to bring them here.
And then the moment they'd been waiting for.
There's really no words that can explain it, but super special.
Priceless and long overdue memories created.
It's important because we get to have that special moment with our family member one more time.
The group that made it happen, Hidalgo Sin Fronteras, an organization based in Arizona. Isamar Moreno's mom founded it, doing amazing work right from the start.
We were able to help bring 49 individuals who haven't seen their kids in 20 plus years.
The program is dedicated to supporting the migrant community through its largest program, Family Reunification, assisting adults 55 and older and obtaining a 10-year visa, all to reunite with families here in the U.S.
So now we've reunited over 700 families.
Isamar's own family, blessed by the organization's work too.
My family was fortunate enough to be able to have my grandfather come and be reunited with my dad after 22 years. And then my grandmother was able to come in 2019. Seeing my dad reunite with his mother was a dream come true.
Nothing takes the place of family.
It's a different experience to be wrapped around their arms and have them wrapped around yours.
The families touched by their work, reunited with loved ones, are forever grateful.
Thankful for the group, everybody that made this possible.
Tricia Hendricks, 12 News.